When it comes to fighter jets, there are few names that command as much respect and awe as the F-15 and the Su-30. Both aircraft are renowned for their impressive performance and capabilities and have been deployed by militaries all around the world. But which one truly reigns supreme? In this article, we'll take a closer look at the F-15 and the Su-30, comparing their key features, strengths, and weaknesses to determine which fighter jet is the ultimate winner. Whether you're an aviation enthusiast, a military buff, or simply curious about the world of fighter jets, this article is sure to provide you with some fascinating insights and information. So buckle up and get ready to explore the exciting world of aerial combat. The F-15E and the Su-30 are more similar than you think. One started as a Striker and is now a benchmark of do-everything fighters. The other started off an Interceptor and is also a benchmark for a do-everything fighter that is not American. The Eagle has scored over 100 air-to-air kills in its career, to no losses in air combat of its own, and the Striker variant brings all that along with updated A2G suites to utilize the massive ordnance hauling capabilities of the airframe. The second crew member also allowed for longer sorties, with complex missions where both A2A and A2G has to be done simultaneously. The USAF kick-started the Enhanced Tactical Fighter Program, also called the Dual Role Fighter. It was competition between the F-15E prototypes and the F-16XL, an attempt to boost the payload and range curves of the relatively smaller F-16, with both aiming to replace the now venerable F-111s. Spoiler alert, the F-15E won, which had a lot of simplicity going for it against the almost entirely new F-16XL planoform. Here is a list of the key advantages of the F-15E. It now served as the Weapon Systems Officer, or WSO. I kinda prefer Rio Tag more. The WSO retains flight controls to pit. The Soviet Air Force had inducted the SU-27 in the mid-1980s. By the late 80s, it was clear that the new avionics suite was too much for a single pilot to handle. The jet had an impressive range of over 3,200 kilometers, which was underused as it was well outside the endurance limits of a single pilot. On the other hand, the Soviet airspace was massive and the Soviet Air Force was facing a hard time patrolling such a large area. A new interceptor with impressive endurance was needed to cover the massive airspace. The Mikoyan Bureau was building the MiG-31, which could scan large areas of the airspace with its massive Zaslon-Pesa radar, and Sukhoi, which had always played second fiddle to Mikoyan, wanted to develop an interceptor which suited the needs of two Su-27UBs were converted to serve as proof-of-concept models. Their cockpits were totally revamped. Both the pilots could fly the jet or control its weapons alternatively. This allowed the pilots to rest during a sortie by exchanging their responsibilities as and when needed. It also received new navigation suites, along with data links which improved its command and control capabilities. The jet officially entered service as the Su-30. Very few samples were completed before the Soviet Union collapsed and all orders were cancelled. After the Soviet Union collapsed, Sukhoi developed a new variant of the Su-30, which was externally similar to the older one, but had some minute changes. The internal fuel capacity was increased, number of hardpoints was increased to 12, avionics suite was upgraded, while uprated engines were added to maintain the performance. The front landing gear was modified to have 2 wheels instead of 1, to handle the increased weight of the aircraft. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to press the subscribe button so you don't miss our next video.